Hey Aries, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with sun, moon, or rising in Aries. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. Your guides had other plans. Your final two cards. We have the Spirit of Pentacles here. This is King of Pentacles energy. These cards came out together. Nine of Swords. Okay, I see why they came out together. This is a yes. A lot of these cards, like even just the Temperance card and the Universe or the World card, would be yeses in my books. You don't have reversals. This is really the energy of being very patient and very stable about something, coming to this place of peace about something, and I feel like that opens up the door. That puts you in this Page of Wands, really curious place. This the Page of Wands is like a very active energy, a really fiery energy. We had Sagittarius energy here with this Temperance, so we might be looking at a Sag. You might be a Sag. We could be looking at like Sagittarius season or something being significant here, but we could also be dealing with Aries or Leo energy. I'm getting strong Sagittarius vibes though from this, to be honest with you. I'm also getting really strong Libra energy off of this reading. The world card can sometimes be associated with Libra energy. I think I've heard people make other associations with it, but we can tie that to Libra. And then with this Temperance card, we actually have the scales depicted in this card. We have this energy of balance, which is so Libra. So a lot of air energy here too. Your answer to this question is yes. And I feel like there's a yes, be patient type of vibe here, because you guys are closing out a cycle and beginning something new. And I feel like with this Nine of Swords energy, some of you could even be putting a period of depression, a period of anxiety, a period of a lot of worry behind you when you transition into this new phase. This is really giving me the energy of like you following a passion here with this Wands energy, this Innocence of Wands energy. It's this feeling of starting out on this new path, letting your passion guide you. There's something that a lot of you have had to close a door on, because this energy of the world, sometimes when we don't understand exactly what cycle we're in, it can feel more painful. It can feel more like pain than growth, but I just have to say, because your guides are like coming through, it's like they're saying it's the same thing. That pain is the feeling of growth. It's the growing pains. So for a lot of you, if you're like in this transitional phase, you're kind of wondering like, where do I go? I almost get this energy of not really knowing which direction to go in at times, especially with this Nine of Swords. Yeah, there could be kind of this energy of like, I'm not really sure where to go next. Your guides are saying the next step for you, the next place to go, is where your passion lies. So if you're making a decision between a couple of different things, this is about starting something new that has to do with something you're passionate about. There's almost this feeling of like you have been patient, you have been responsible, you have almost controlled yourself enough. Does that make sense? Like you've held yourself back from this enough. And I'm not even necessarily getting the feeling that you're like actually held yourself back. For some of you, this could be about like you were taking care of other responsibilities. But it's like that cycle has closed out. There's kind of this feeling of like, this is about you now. This is about you exploring something and you setting out on this new journey. And really kind of this feeling of like, there's no need to worry, because you're being guided. It's so interesting how this Spirit of Pentacles energy is coming through. This is almost like the energy of God, the universe, your guides, your angels, really having your back here and being that stable, that guiding light, like leading you. This is almost like the feeling of like you guys know which direction to go in because your heart tells you so, your excitement tells you so, the joy of it tells you so, and it's kind of this feeling of let this next chapter be, let it be driven by the passion. Set aside the responsibility, set aside the, what is this energy here? I get such a stable energy from you guys, like for real. I get such an energy of kind of wanting to do the practical thing at times. And this is like giving me this feeling of this is your time to fly. This is your time to soar. This is your time to not worry about necessarily being so practical. And it's like you're still going to be practical, but it might feel a little bit like you're not. It might feel a little bit like, well, if I follow this crazy idea, what's going to happen? It's interesting you have the World card because the World card can be such a strong indication of travel. And there's several cards in the tarot deck that can indicate travel that might give me that little bit of like, oh, this might be about travel or this might be about moving. But the World card is, this is like travel. So if this has to do with travel for you, this could be about going somewhere super far away. This could be about moving somewhere, somewhere that you never really thought that you would, somewhere that it's almost like you didn't think you'd have the courage to do this. So for some of you, it's about moving. For others of you, it's about something else. But this does give me the feeling of like, you didn't necessarily think you'd have the courage to do this. You didn't even necessarily feel like you were, I almost have this feeling of like you were wild enough to try this, like you were crazy enough to put yourself out there in this way. But this is really a push and encouragement to step out of what has felt familiar to you, what has felt stable to you, what has felt safe to you, and to really expand your view here, expand your worldview. This might be about like getting in touch with new information, getting in touch with wow. When your guides completely derail me, some of you, I feel like, I don't know if this is the exact message or if this is like an example that's going to help you apply this message to your life. But for some of you, this is about opening up your, like your view, your scope of possibilities and allowing that passion to drive you into a brand new territory. So the kind of like image or message that came to mind was like online dating or something like that, because I feel like this is about like, maybe you thought this situation wasn't for you, but this world energy is like kind of bringing me to this energy of like the World Wide Web. Like that seems like such an old thing to say. Opening up your possibilities, because you might be like expanding your horizons in a way where you're looking outside of the normal places. Does that make sense? Like you're not necessarily restricting yourself to people who live in your city or town, but you're opening up to all possibilities. And this can even be about opening up to somebody who is at a distance. But this is really about letting that passion drive you, letting that curiosity drive you. Just kind of like answering that next question. This also kind of gives me that feeling of researching something. So this is like, you're really diving into something. You're really digging in. I feel like a lot of you are gathering information. This might be kind of the energy of researching. Your guides are saying don't let that research turn into worrying, because sometimes information overload can like get your brain going, spinning in all kinds of different directions. And they're saying do not let any kind of research that you have to do about whatever this is, or any kind of information you have to gather. This could even be communication that you receive from someone. Don't let that get in your head, is what they're saying. Don't let it overwhelm you. Remain in this balanced state, this temperance state, but also in this really expansive state. So gather the information, follow the passion, follow that little itch, that little pull, that little tug. let that lead the way. You know what your guys just said? They said, yes, let that lead. It's almost like your answer is yes, let the passion lead. I'm wondering how you formed your question. This could be about a person. This could be about something that is really standing out to you now as something that you want to pursue, a direction you want to move. And your guides are saying, yes, let the passion lead. So even if you might have to like tweak that to apply it to your situation, but if you're in a situation where there's something that's really calling to you, there's a new chapter you want to start, there's something that you want to leave behind, or there's something that you want to, I feel like you might want to bring a balanced energy to something. You might want to add something on to something that was already existing, and you're kind of wondering, like, can I balance that? Will I be able to find that sweet spot? Will I be able to find moderation? Am I just going to go so far off the deep end here because I'm just letting like my passion run wild, and maybe I won't be responsible, or maybe I won't think of all of the pitfalls? Your guides are saying, no, we've got you. Like, we've totally got you. We are the stability. It's like the universe here. The universe is guiding you. The universe is that stability. It's almost like, just let this unfold for you and follow that thing that you feel passionately pulled toward. Ooh, the devil at the bottom of the deck. We're talking about something that really, wow. The devil can talk about something that's very attractive to you, something that's very, it feels almost like it has you in its hold. It has you in its grasp. Capricorn energy here. Capricorn energy is a very stable energy as well. So it's giving me that earth energy that we're having come through with the Spirit of Pentacles. But yeah, it's kind of this feeling of whatever feels like it got a hold of you and won't let go. It's a full yes for that. It's a full yes, even if it feels like you're leaving something behind, even if it feels like you're making a major transition. It's like this feeling of, you can totally do this. Just keep your head on straight. Stay in that balanced place. There is balance and moderation needed here. I feel like for some of you, you could be like really going hard, like researching something, getting so involved. And it's like, yeah, stay balanced. Let the passion lead. Let me look under this. Yeah, absolutely. The Strength card here. Leo energy, a very determined energy here. I'm going to pull from another deck. Let's see. For some of you, there's a person here. Like, this is somebody that you feel really drawn to, very attracted to. And there's kind of like this newness, this opportunity. Yeah, your guides keep saying, don't worry. Don't worry. This Knight of Swords energy, the way it came out with the Spirit of Pentacles, it's like, don't worry about this. Don't worry about this decision. Don't agonize over which way to go, because I feel like there's almost this feeling of like you already know. There's this interesting feeling that your guides are giving me of, It almost feels like they aren't going to answer your question, even though they already have. But I feel like I'm getting that feeling because they're really wanting you to know that this is a decision that you already know the answer to. Your passion tells you so, and it almost feels like something that you can't let go of. Like something that, yeah, it's just this feeling of like it has you in its grasp. It has you enthralled. It has you curious. It has you excited. And for what that thing is, it's a yes. I'm wondering if your guides are answering the question like that because you may have asked the question about the thing you don't feel this way about. Like for example, let's say I was like contemplating, like, should I go to this school or that school, or should I study this topic or that topic, or something like that, or take this job or that job. And there's one that I really want. There's one that feels new and exciting, and it feels like it would be like a total shift. Like I can put all of this behind me that I've been doing and not loving, and I can go in this direction that feels really good and I feel really excited about it. But you could have asked it like if I pick the job I don't really want to take, the job that might seem stable, seem dependable, and I'm like, should I stay at this job? And it's like, the answer is no, I shouldn't stay at that job. The answer is yes, I should follow my passion. So apply that to your situation, because I feel like the reason your guides, it's almost like we won't answer that question. So for some of you, you may have asked it where it's like, we don't even want to talk about that. We're done with that. Like that door has closed, that cycle has closed. We're on to this new passionate thing that feels like you can't stop thinking about it. It feels like it brings some sort of balance to your life. It feels like it's the missing piece in a way, because temperance energy can do that for me sometimes. It's the missing piece. It's what restores balance. Sometimes, like if we're not taking very good care of ourselves, for instance, bringing in that self-care element can restore balance to our life. It can make sense out of situations that didn't make sense to us previously. Yeah, I feel like that's the case for some of you. Let's see. I just want to get more clarity about this. What messages do you have? Wow. For some of you, this is coming off of a period of stagnation. I feel like this situation, or contemplating this situation, could have even made you feel stagnant for a little while. It could have made you feel like, I'm not really moving in one direction or the other, because I'm over here contemplating, should I go this way or should I go that way? And then sometimes it just feels frustrating, because it's like, well, I'm not going anywhere because I can't decide which way to go. I can't decide which decision to make. Nine of Coins energy is very, very beautiful energy. This is the energy of pleasure, of having what we most desire in our lives. And this Innocence of Wands is bringing me back to that energy, because it's really saying that this passion is an indication to you of this is something that you desire. This is something that you really want in your life. This is something that's going to make you feel fulfilled, and it's going to make you feel like that wheel is turning and like that progress is making. The universe, the world card, it's a very similar energy to the Wheel of Fortune. It's that feeling of something clicking, turning, moving, progressing, expanding, like we had here in this Temperance energy with that Sagittarius energy of expansion. If you felt like you were stuck, if you felt like you were just kind of like in this place of being in limbo, your guides are telling you that stuck time it's totally okay. It was absolutely needed. So that you could have that clarity, so that you could have that assurance, so that you could feel like things were balanced and gain a new perspective about this. You could see what you really wanted out of this situation from that pause. And really what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a big transition and a new cycle starting for a lot of you. So if you did have to pause in that time in between, closing out this thing and moving on to that thing, that's totally okay. Don't beat yourself up about that. That Nine of Swords energy, don't worry about that, is what they're saying. You needed that time. You needed that clarity. You needed that space to breathe. This could, for some of you, I feel like you're in a transition period that feels a lot like graduating from school or something, and then like not really being sure about what you want to do in terms of work. Even though you may have been studying like this particular thing, you may emerge from that cycle kind of like, what now, and what just happened? And that's totally cool, because we go through periods of time like that where we don't really know. But what I'm seeing here is it's leading to this Nine of Coins. It's leading to this energy of gain and of pleasures, of happiness, of passion. This is like being able to pursue. I feel like saying finally being able to pursue something. A door opening, like a new beginning of something that was stuck and stagnant with this Hangman energy, opening up. Yeah, there's balance here for some of you. Bottom of the deck, Six of Coins. Yeah, Six of Coins. There's balance here. So this is like, gosh, with that Temperance energy, there's so much balance here. This might be balance restored in a situation between you and someone else. It felt like it was stagnant before, but there's so much being offered now. Now it's like whatever you pour in, it's poured back into you. It's totally balanced. It's a new cycle. Yeah, it's yes. It's yes if you feel passionate about it. Wow. Okay. I love that you guys got that 6 of coins though. Yeah, that energy of giving and receiving. Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to get some I want to get some more messages for you, some oracle messages, and apparently okay, we have this sword here, swords energy, very mental energy, 9 of swords. This can talk about that worrying, that being in our heads about a situation. And I love the way that this card, I love how this is coming out now, and the fact that the sword is down. The sword being down can indicate coming to a final decision about something, making up our minds about something, and kind of letting that be the final word on the matter. So this is something where you've been going back and forth, you haven't really been sure. It's like there's a decision being made here. There's clarity being received. Is kind of how that's coming through. You're receiving clarity around this situation, and it's like you've made your decision. I feel like for a lot of you, you've made your decision to move forward. You've made your decision to take that next step, to venture into whatever this new cycle is, and like something's closing out. Something is closing out for you. I can't stop looking at this 9 of coins. This like this kind of circular imagery that's behind her, and like thinking about that cycle that's showing up here with the universe too. This feels like a cycle coming to an end, that it's almost like a rite of passage for you. It feels like this is you graduating to the next level. That might be literal for some of you, but this is definitely you kind of stepping up to that next level. And it might have taken a little while for you to like figure everything out, or to kind of figure out what you wanted the next level to be and where you wanted to go. But at this point, it's like the passion leads. The passion tells you where to go. And your guides are saying, don't get in your head about this. Don't get into that, like kind of that energy of the swords, because you do know. Don't overthink it. Feel it, is what your guides are saying. What is all of this? Let's see. We have the hand, and we have the well, and the turtle. This is so interesting, right? As I was saying, don't overthink it, feel it. I feel like that hand, that really kind of gives me the feeling of just that, something that you're going to feel your way through. You're not going to think your way through this. And there's no reason to worry about it. You just kind of have to let your inner guidance, let even your emotions here with this well, going deep into how we emotionally feel about something and letting that propel us forward. I feel like you guys are this turtle. And it's interesting because the turtle here is swimming. And we have this energy of water here, this well energy. So this is about really getting in touch with those emotions, swimming around, getting deep. And I kind of feel like you guys are throwing yourself into something that is emotional for you, it's propelled by passion. It's propelled by this real feeling state. I can't help but notice this, and I just have to say, if you guys have any amethyst handy, your guides are really pointing out amethyst as being a really calming stone for you right now. Even if you don't, purple items like might be really calming for you right now. Just purple clothing, or any kind of jewelry or anything, just something to kind of settle the mind, because I feel like this is a question that might have been plaguing you for a little while. And there's this real feeling of just relax into this, because your passion is going to guide you. And I feel like this is you guys fully immersing yourself in whatever this is, you being the turtle. And what's interesting is, like, with turtle energy, we have this energy of land and stability. We're kind of seeing that with the Spirit of Pentacles. We also have this feeling of deep, emotional, flowy type of energy here. And the turtle can go either way. The turtle can be on land or in water. And with this Temperance energy of this balance, I just kind of feel like maybe you guys have felt more comfortable in one scenario, even if something was calling to you. Like maybe you felt more stable on land. but the water was always kind of calling to you. This is like maybe a strange analogy, but this might just kind of be how this is showing up in your life. Like something may have always been calling to you, but you felt like the stability was what you were familiar with. But I think your guides are letting you know you're very versatile. You have abilities in both of these areas or in multiple areas of your life. You have the ability to remain grounded and to also get deep into that passion and that emotion. You can do this, and you can be both, is kind of how this is coming through. But there's this call to really immerse yourself in whatever this is. Go deep. Communicate fully, communicate deeply, research thoroughly, really get in this and see where it leads you is this message that's coming through for you. So we have listen. So this can be about listening to that pull, that guidance. Get inspired. The Innocence of Wands is all about getting inspired. Do that. For a lot of you, I feel like it's research or expanding your view. Get on and see what the possibilities are. Get online, talk to people, believe in yourself, feel. Look at that. That, I can't. Sometimes it just, don't think about this so much, feel about it. Believe that you can do this. This is what we were saying. You're versatile here. You can do both, or you can walk away from that one thing or that situation or whatever felt stable, whatever. I feel like some of you have kind of reached this level where it's like, it's time to add on this next thing, or it's time to close that door and open a new one. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that passion, that feeling, that kind of like gut feeling about something, believe that, listen to that, listen, feel. Believe it was put there for a reason. Wow, you guys, I think I'm going to leave it at that. Whatever feels like it's got a hold of you and it won't let you go, that could be a person, a place, a thing, whatever it is, the answer to that is yes. The answer to that is pursue it. Feel it. Get all up in your emotions too, because for some of you, that's significant here. Get into your emotions to be able to feel your way through this. You might want to shy away from them, but don't. Dive all the way in. You're the turtle, swimming, fully immersed, all in that emotional place. So yeah, believe that you can do this. Believe it's all happening for a reason. Wow. I gotta go. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me read your cards. And hopefully I'll see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.